Hello and welcome to a brand new day of free-to-play here on Magic the Gathering Arena. Get the dish on the latest with me, Lord Rumfish. Some of the latest is I'm going to be in the Lord of the Rings Content Creator Early Access, so that's exciting. Check me out sometime late next week. But in the meantime, this is Blackburn, and yes, this deck did look different before bannings. I was running Reckoner Bankbuster. I was also running Invoke Despair. So the deck had to shift around after that happened. I went up a couple copies on Corrupt. I was running 2 before. Now I'm going to run the whole play set. Making room for the Bankbuster, I'm running a couple of Investigator's Journal. Running a couple of Phyrexian Arena. I also shifted some things around a little bit to make room for the Celestus. And this can kind of come out the gate like a black aggro deck, right? You can curve out with some aggressive 1-drops like Sleeper, Okiba Reckoner Raid, then some aggressive 2s. You know, we've got Graf Reaver and Slaughter Specialist, Tenacious Underdog. So these are all 3 power things at 2 mana. Slaughter Specialist in particular, this is a very swingy card. If your opponent is able to like immediately deal with it, then you just gave them a human token for no reason. If they can't deal with it, Slaughter Specialist snowballs up into like a 10-10 before you know it. But yeah, the idea is to have access to things in the deck that can burn the opponent directly. So that's why the Reckoner Raid's in here. That is, you know, part of Graveyard Trespasser, part of Sheoldred, and then, you know, at the top of the curve you got Corrupt. There are other cards that can burn the opponent in Standard, but most of them are much, much less efficient than this. Invasion of Volgrotha is not really a replacement for Invoke Despair. You know, if it did 5 damage and gained 5, then I would probably be down for it, but at 3 damage for 5, probably not. You know, then there's some creatures that have enters the battlefield triggers or death triggers that can drain the opponent a little bit, and none of those are terribly good cards for constructed. So this is the closest to my old list that I could get, and I'm still testing it. You know, I'm still seeing what works and what doesn't, but let's just dive into some games here and see if we can burn some people out. We're up against Duck. Now, are they a Mallard or some other variety? Let's see. This is definitely a keepable hand. It's aggressive. And this deck can be quite aggressive. Sleeper's not the best on 1. I've got my mana on turn 2 already called for here. It's just a Thicket. Could be poison, could be a lot of things. Gonna play the Graf Reaver. No exploit. It can exploit a creature to blow up a planeswalker. Ooh, Catilda. I'm not quite sure what they're up to, but I think I better kill it. So, cut down the Catilda. We're just trying to kind of tippo them here. Come in with the Graf Reaver, say go. Celestus. Skrell. I think we might be in trouble. I can't block. I could go for mana or I could go for card draw. I'm actually going to lay this down, pump the Sleeper, get in for 7. I think hitting the mana here is maybe slightly better than the Phyrexian Arena. Alyssa. Okay, I could go ahead and drop Sheoldred onto the field, and they can't block my Menace creature. Do I come in with the others anyway? Right? They probably block the Graf Reaver and let the Sleeper through, but they might block the Sleeper. That would put them all the way down to 3? It's a little bit risky. They've got a mana open. I do have black in the deck. I think I'm just going to come in with the Menace. Alright. Sheoldred, say go. Alright, that'll do it. We are up against Kaoru, 5-1-4. Go first. Slaughter Specialist is an interesting one. Probably nothing to cut down on one, could be a Skrelv. Which I would cut down. Crawling Chorus. No, I don't think I'm going to cut that down. I am going to play the Slaughter Specialist. The human token just does damage. I don't think that's going to help their game plan any. Alright. Come on. Do I play the arena here and just take a chunk of damage? I think I do. Tenacious D. Play another Slaughter Specialist here. See what they got. Coming in. Just taking it. Alright. They are really stuck on mana over there. Do I cut something down now to be mana efficient? I've got the arena. It's tempting, but I'm just gonna go ahead and pass here. I have to discard. Medallion Hexcatcher. They could have cast that. They chose not to. Alright. So I've got Go for the Throat and Cut Down both open at the moment. Gonna come in. They are taking it. I guess I play the Underdog here. If they counterspell it, it's not really that bad. Okay, end the turn. That'll do it. Up against HKS. Opponent goes first. Got some removal. Looks alright. Sleeper. Alright. Maybe they'll put some mana into it. They do. Cut it down. Okay. I think I'll lead on Graf Reaver here. It's too big to be cut down. They just pass. Interesting. Oh, swing. They take that. Tenacious Underdog can be cut down, but it's not the end of the world if that happens. Oh, they don't. It's not a cut down. Okiba Reckoner Raid. I put an upkeep stop in case it's Sheoldred. Long Reach of Night. Sack a creature unless I discard a card. That's funky. I think I'm gonna discard a card here. These corrupts are pretty far away. Tenacious Underdog can do a lot of damage right now. Alright, in the turn, Cutdown's kind of getting to the end of its usefulness here, so I will discard it. It's good in the earliest part of the game, not as good later. Another Long Reach of Night. No, their life total is in such jeopardy. I'm effectively burning them with these corrupts by leaving my creatures on the battlefield. Okay, one more discard. To leave all of these on the field. I think I'll keep the swamp in hand. Long Reach of Night's a neat card. I did try it when Kamigawa first came out. It just never quite got there. It's a neat card, though. For sure. Kill the Sheoldred. Kill the opponent. We are up against Sneaky. Go first. Looks pretty good. We got a Reckoner Raid into Graf Reaver. And the opponent is on... I'm not sure what those sleeves are. Reminds me a little bit of Massacre Girl, though. Maybe that's what the sleeve is. Okay. Swamp, Reckoner Raid. Sago. Tap land, gain a life. Swamp, Graf Reaver. No exploit. Sago. So they're showing us white-black so far. Could be a lot of things. I did an Orzhov deck just recently that was hard control, using Edgar Charmed Groom as its win condition. I think it's a really cool deck. If you haven't seen the video, you should check it out. Opponent's really roping here. Crystal Grotto. Okay. No telling what they're up to then. Oh, control. Control. Well, let's go ahead and pressure him now. Get in there. You want the Slaughter Specialist down in case something's going to die in combat. The idea is that you can have really cheap interaction like Cut Down, so that if they would have a beneficial block, like, you know, they could block with all three of their human tokens here on the Graf Reaver, could cut one of them down, kill 3 creatures that way. They choose to make no blocks. Not a single one. Crystal Grotto, Scry. to the top. That's very awkward mana fixing over there, I've got to say. Make another human. They're all just humans, right? Yeah. That's what we're looking at. Let's go ahead and come in here. See how they want to block. If they're really clever, they might block all 4 creatures on the Slaughter Specialist. Which, I think I would just let that go. Well, no, I guess I could still kill one in response. She'd grow to a 4/4 and she'd win anyway. So yeah, that wouldn't actually be that clever. Slaughter Specialist, if you have a little bit of mana open with kill spells, she outsizes things like burn spells and anything that's based on her toughness. She outscales it pretty rapidly. Oh, they're not going to try to kill the Menace guy. Okay. Alright, Slaughter Specialist grows. I guess I have to assume they're angling for a board sweeper, right? I'm just going to pressure them. High risk, high reward. They don't have the mana for it. They're gonna lose life. So am I. Coming in. Is this just blocks all around? Yes. Okay. Now if they don't have a sweeper, I think they're dead. Their mana's been pretty awkward up to this point. They don't have double white except for Crystal Grotto. Could be a Depopulate. Or they could cast Depopulate off of double Crystal Grotto. That is not what happens. Cut down the token. Leave this mana up for Corrupt if I get another Swamp. Nope, it's another Corrupt. Alright. I don't care if it's Wandering Emperor, I am coming in. Okay, let's go for the throat. So they got a removal spell. Ran through all of their token creatures. Go to 7, and they're losing life. Down to 6. Swamp here is lethal. That gets one of them. Do you have double duress? Probably not, right? You probably would have used it before now. So they know I've got the lethal here. Oh hey, Underdog. I'll blitz him. Coming in. Block the Reavers. I don't draw the Underdog card until end of turn. That's why they made the block that way. The Swamp. Go down to 4. Got another Duress. Not good enough. Need a Duress here. They're dead. We are up against Shadow Storm. Go first. Yeah, I'll keep it. Black, Reckoner Ray, so go. And it's the Swamp. Cut down does not kill a Slaughter Specialist. I think they've got it too. The cut down snagged one on their 1/1. Gave them a stop to respond. Okay, we got an edict. I'm going with the arena here. I can't get down a Sheoldred yet. Okay, there's that cut down. Underdog. Alright. Alright, Celestus gets us some mana here. Let's wait and see if they play a Sheoldred. Trespasser. Okay. I'm willing to discard. Let them make their choices first. Okay. Go ahead and get rid of this Trespasser. Discard a Swamp. Alright. Yeah, I'll play the Swamp, I'll play the Journal. Draw a card. Ooh, there's Corrupt. Okay. That can kill a problem creature like Sheoldred. I will take the action. Okay, alright. I don't think I need the second arena, especially. We'll let that go here. Play another Swamp. I could corrupt the Underdog, just as kind of a thing to do. He dies very nicely to a Disfigure, though. Maybe I start going after their face here. Although I don't have an answer for Sheoldred. Maybe... no, I should be patient. I should be patient. Let me go ahead and draw a card, though. Could get something relevant. Okay, sure. Yeah, I'll play that. And I can still sack the Journal to, oh, I get 2 targets. I get 2 targets. Well, there aren't 2 creatures. Well, they weren't willing to, discard a card to target at the end of turn. Oh, it's that Sheoldred. Okay. I can kill that. Disfigure the Underdog. Okay. Swamp. I mean, I can do Corrupt and Graf Reaver, and I think that's pretty reasonable here. So, Corrupt the Sheoldred. And play this Graf Reaver. Decline on drawing a card. Sheoldred's good enough. Gaining a life is still nice, though. Okay, they're blitzing the underdog. That means they have basically nothing. Yep, not blocking. Coming back at you. Okay, they play a land. So they could have a removal spell. Swamp and a Blot Out. Nice to see the Blot Out here. So, go ahead and swing. Go ahead and play the Sheoldred. Let's see, am I going to play the mana here? I think I am. Yeah, I can use it. I can use it. Well, they didn't have an instant speed kill spell for Sheoldred. Takes him to 11. Using a Tenacious Underdog is not great if Sheoldred's on the field. Alright, let me go ahead and draw a card here. They're running Corrupt as well. Alright, can't kill her in response. Not even sure if that would be correct. Oh. Do I use the cut down here? I guess so. Just be rid of it. Okay. Let's flip it to nighttime. See what my options are. Take action, let go of a swamp. Come in with the Reaver. Play another Reaver. Fine. In the turn. Liliana.
Happy to help, but I'm taking the credit when we win.
Sack creature, huh? Okay.
Sacrifices must be made.
Nothing else, huh? Well, I don't really want to waste time attacking her, so I'm just going to go ahead and blot her out.
Whatever. Luck favors the foolish, after all.
Alright. Swamp. Alright. Go for the throat, that's cool. Flip it to day, and if I don't play a spell, then I can flip it right back to nighttime again. Okay, lose 2 life. Take action. Get past the swamps. Okay, they have a duress, they managed to get a go for the throat. And blitz the underdog going down to 10. Oh, there's a corrupt. Take action. Let go of the swamp. And I think this is lethal here. So, Okiba Reckoner Raid. Corrupt to 0. We're up against Nevar Evil. Which, backwards I believe is Love Raven. I'll go first. Yep, I'll try it. I will try it. Get the Saga cooking first. And I can do Saga Sleeper on turn 2. And we'll see what the opponent wants to do. Shigeki. I could kill Shigeki here. Yeah, I guess I will. Slows him down from ramping. It's slow ramp, but it's ramp nevertheless. And then just play another one. Alright. Well, mana's a little awkward here. But, here we go. Sleeper lets me bluff like I have a removal spell here. Mill a couple of lands. Get one back. Seed of Hope. Gain 2 life. Spirited Companion. What is this deck? What are they doing? Okay, my turn. I'm just gonna go ahead and draw a card while I may. Phyrexian Arena. Okay. So this is the block with Shigeki Ramp a Mana turn. They leave Shigeki on the field. Okay, that's fine. They're running Spark Rupture. I love it. I love it. I don't think I have any Planeswalkers in this deck, but I think this is a great piece of technology. Now that Invoke Despair is out of the format and everyone thinks it's safe to play Planeswalkers, it's not. It's not safe. Who told you it was safe? Okay. I could point a removal spell at Shigeki just to force them to bounce it. I think I'm actually going to draw a card with the Sleeper here. Okay. So, swing in. Yeah. Bounce that Shigeki. Another Spark Rupture. So, I'm just gonna draw off of the Evolved Sleeper here, especially if they play a Board Sweeper. Alright. Draw. I'm still gonna draw. Yep. Vanish into Eternity. I think this is also an interesting piece of tech. It's still super expensive for creatures, though. They're very close to dead. Very, very close. In fact, I think they are dead, because it didn't seem like they had a, oh, what's the 1-mana counterspell where you pay 2? Anyway, Corrupt. It's the other 1 mana counter spell that gives me 2 treasure tokens. Huh. Funky. Well, they're at 2 life and they must stop the Nezumi, and I have another corrupt. So first things first. You must stop the Nezumi Road Captain. You must. Okay. Seed of Hope. Very well. Pithing Needle. What a weird deck. Man, I feel like they're all set up to go against someone who's not me. Anyway, Seed of Hope did gain them the life they needed to avoid death there. Let me see. They have a counterspell? Nope. Second corrupt did it. Up against Inosuke HN. Go first. Alright. Play the Reckoner Raid. So they've got the Sauron sleeve. Obscura Storefront. Using a common fetch land. Swamp Plains. Alright. Slaughter Specialist. In the turn. Okay. So Slaughter Specialist only gets the bonus when a creature an opponent controls dies. I will go ahead and be mana efficient here. Cut down the Lauren. Swing in. They're taking 4. Play the Graf Reaver. And say go. 4 mana. Could be Wandering Emperor, but it's not. Basilica Spellbomb. Whatever they've got cooking here, it looks like it's a budget deck. Sack it to draw a card. Alright. We'll go ahead and attack. Taking the block this time. Slaughter Specialist grows to a 5. We'll play the Reckoner Raid. Sega. Could have another Lauren, which would be annoying, but Infernal Grasp would let the Slaughter Specialist grow again. It is another Lauren. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Infernal Grasp that Lauren. Grow the Slaughter Specialist. Almost up to a corrupt. Put the opponent to 2. Save it. I put down a Roadside Reliquary, which is not very good when you're in a really heavy budget deck list. Right, because this could have been a swamp. You know, this could have been like a tap land that made 2 colors of mana. Now they might be stuck where they don't have the black they need because they're running this Roadside Reliquary. You really need to run a high density of the colors in your deck, in your mana base. You know, something like 18 sources or so is a pretty good amount. Okay, they're looking like they might try to double block the Graf Reaver here. Which I guess would tap down their mana in case they could respond to the Corrupt. So I think I'd do this. I'm not just wasting time. They could have a spell in their hand where they can gain life or something. Well, okay. Time to do it anyway. Alright. So this deck has been modified through different standard formats, but I've run some version of this for a couple of years now, and this is kind of one of my old go-to kind of decks. When, you know, I've got a quest and it says, you know, play 30 black spells, something like that. I'll say, okay. And I'll just run out Blackburn, and it's, you know, pretty reliable, pretty decent on the ladder. You know, like we just won 7 out of 9 games. It's a good, solid deck, and don't let anyone tell you that Graf Reaver's not a good card. Slaughter Specialist is a little more iffy, but she does okay for me. Once in a while she backfires, but this card can grow like crazy and just take over the game in a way that so many other 2-drops don't do. So, as they say, the ceiling on this card is extremely high. The floor is pretty low. You know, if she gets taken out by a removal spell and now the opponent's got an extra 1/1, feels pretty bad. But Investigator's Journal seems like it's doing pretty good work, so I may start including this in more and more decks as a replacement for, you know, the Reckoner Bankbuster. It can't be a creature, and it doesn't make creatures. You know, it is not a totally clean replacement for the Bankbuster, but in terms of just a value play to draw cards, this works out pretty well most of the time. So, if you'd have enjoyed my content, like, subscribe to all the YouTube stuff, check back in, you know, a week or a little more from now, and there might be some content coming up for Lord of the Rings. And until then, never stop honing your critical thinking and empathy.